Everyone's acting in this game, but they know in real life it's wrong to stick a knife into someone's body or to like grab a gun. A fucking kid that did that in elementary school, everyone knew like they're just a fucking idiot.
I think the part that's really fucked up though, it's like, even if it's against your school values, I can understand why you would suspend them. But if they're 6 and they didn't repeatedly offend like 20 times, suspension is like a really hard punishment, you know, like unless they warn the kid 20 times, hey, because every school is allowed to have their own values, and they're like, hey, we don't tolerate imaginary violence here. And if they warned the kid, I would understand that. And if he kept repeatedly offending that 20 times, then yeah, suspend them. But if it's the first time and they just go straight to suspension, that shit's kind of fucked up.
I remember in the 3rd grade they banned playing Power Rangers outside, and they had a good reason to, because a lot of kids, they would play and the play would get into serious because like they would pretend fight and people would be losing and they don't like losing, and then they would like get into a serious fight, and I always thought like, you guys ruined it for the rest of us because you're fucking stupid and couldn't like stay within the boundaries of play.
I've always hated those kids that want to start crying just because I fucking hated those kids in school, dude.
No one wants to play with them because they just fucking start crying and shit when they lose.
Recently, my little cousin, like I walked in on him at like, I think he's like 6 or 7 right now. He was crying. I'm like, why are you crying? He goes, I keep losing in my game. Like he was playing on on Wii. He's like, it's so stupid. I hate this game. And then he looks up to YouTubers and he knows that I used to play video games. And I was like, and I told him, like, do you think that us like gamers, when we play, when you watch us online, do you think we cry every time we lose? And he goes, no. I'm like, then why are you crying, dude? Like parents have to teach their kids not to be sore losers.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing though, because Isaac,
he's a punk ass bitch. We better teach him that.
I know, well, cause like, so for last Christmas we bought him a whole bunch of board games. We were all playing like with Casey's family when we were in Dallas, and he kept being a sore loser. Like every time he'd lose, he'd be like, I don't want to play, and like we had to like always talk. He would cry. It would be like the end of the world if he would lose. So we would constantly like be trying to tell him, like trying to help him understand, like nobody will want to play with you if you're being a sore loser. Like, you know, it's not a big deal. It's just a game. Games are meant to be fun. If you're not gonna have fun in this game, then you're not gonna play this game.
That's
so then
good.
It got to a point where he was just like, he was still mad, but he would try to bottle it up, like, so to see if like he actually understood what we were saying. But he's still like, he will still get butthurt if he loses.
Today?
Till this day. So it's like, it's not an easy thing to ingrain in kids'
Good
mind.
Sportsmanship is hard.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to lose.
But I mean, how does a parent teach that though?
Just slap the fuck out of them.
I'm learning, girl. I'm learning as I go.
You gotta turn a negative into a positive and be like, everyone that's good had a string of losses. So instead of sitting there and pouting on why you lost, figure out why you lost and figure out how you can get better at winning. So I used to play chess with my dad, and he would whoop my ass all the time. He'll clear half of his chessboard and use only half the piece, and he'll still kill me. And every time I lost, like I never really got down on myself, but he'll just be like, think about what are the like last 3 steps that I did that killed you. And I would like try to think, and it would help me turn those like my mistakes into a way that I can beat. I still never beat him, but it helped me start to think in a more constructive way, you know, rather than just being like, I lost again.
Yeah, it was harder because like with the games that we were playing, it was like the roll of a dice. Yeah. So it's like
the game of
it's
luck.
all like luck. Yeah.
Because even as adults, we just understand games more. So even though there is roll of the dice, like, you know, like Monopoly, like where you land, but because we understand strategy, like we're still just cream kids left and right.
So like in the school, are they gonna ban like little G.I. Joe figurines too, and like fucking little green men armies and stuff too? Like nothing's just allowed anymore.
They didn't say anything about that. They just said that they didn't want to promote that type of violence.
I would pull my kid out of that school, dude.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
They're trying to, but they don't think they can pull him out until the next school year.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that last episode. Let us know what you thought of this episode. Let us know. We read comments. We want to hear your thoughts. Alright guys, if you want to see more episodes, guess what? They're right here.
Stranger.
And so when the mom, she noticed that her son just started writing with like his right hand versus last week he was writing with his left hand, no problem. And so when she actually went up to her son, like, hey, you know, like, is there anything, you know, your teacher asked you about, like, about your hands?